In this video I will make and test this table saw. These parts I did make before because it's not very interesting to see how to make them. I will start with a thick wooden plate because I want to be my table saw very stable. There will be some rubber legs to avoid vibration. Then we will make the motor frame. Here the motor will be mounted on. This PVC pipe will become the motor. The motor will be a solenoid that is pushing against the oval ring to let it turn. I will use this copper wire to make the solenoid. Before we can make the solenoid, we have to do some testing to get the right length so the magnet that is being pushing is going far enough out and in. This one I will use because in and out with power length of about 4 centimeters. I will give the outside of the PVC pipe the right shape. Then the copper wire will be turned around the pipe. I use a 0.54mm wire because I did see with the testing that 0.2mm was not powerful enough. If my calculations are right, then the power will be around 30 watt-hour. It looks to be powerful enough now. Then we glue the solenoid to the motor frame. There should be a push bearing on top of the magnet. This will give after the power to the turning push wheel. I do this with a wooden top. On this wooden top the bearing will be mounted. Now I will make the middle frame. So the middle axle, the flywheel, the switch ring and the push ring can be mounted. First the bearings have to push in with some glue. The sides for the middle axle will be mounted on the floor. The first gear wheel, that is directly the big flywheel, will be connected. This one has 100 sprocket tooths. To connect it, I did weld it. Now we have to put the switch ring on this axle. The switch ring will take care that the solenoid is powered when it has to push. After that I put the push ring. This will let the axle turn when the solenoid is pushing. This one can be directly glued. Here you can see the measurement of the push ring. Then the other side of the middle axle can be finished. Till here everything is working perfect. Here I did mount the frame for the table saw itself. As you can see, the bearings I already did put inside. Now it is time to put the most important thing, the saw. Together with the second gear wheel that has 13 sprocket tooth, it will turn about 8 times faster than the middle axle. And again, everything looks to work Perfect. Now we will mount the switch. It is important to glue the switch ring so it gives power when it is needed. Now we can wire the table saw. The switch on the switch wheel we can solder. Then we can solder the main switch, who will turn the whole machine on and off. The main switch we will glue to the floor. Then I will solder the rest of the parts. The cable goes from where the current comes in to the main switch, to the timer switch, then it goes to the solenoid, and from the solenoid back to where the current goes out. And the last thing to do is to make the table. It's time to start and test the table saw. Let's see how it's working.